For decades, we've stared up at the stars, wondering if a second Earth is waiting for us somewhere out there. A world with deep oceans, breathable air, and the perfect conditions to support biology. To find it, astronomers rely on massive engineering marvels. Take a look at the enormous golden mirrors of the James Webb Space Telescope, tools designed to peer across light years and analyze the atmospheric makeup of distant exoplanets. Now, imagine a hypothetical scenario where those telescopes detect a planet we'll call Eden 47. The atmospheric data comes back completely viable. It shows rich concentrations of oxygen, heavy water vapor, and the chemical signatures of massive continent-spanning forests. This discovery triggers the largest collaborative effort in history. Global space agencies pool their resources, immediately beginning construction on a highly advanced robotic probe designed to cross the void and make contact. Humanity is looking for one thing: a definitive answer to the question of whether we are alone in the universe. After an incredibly long journey, the robotic probe breaches the atmosphere of Eden 47 and descends. The cameras boot up, broadcasting live footage of a vibrant, untouched, and perfectly silent alien jungle. But the quiet doesn't last. A mile from the landing zone, the dense tree line begins violently shaking. Thick trunks snap and collapse under the weight of something massive pushing its way through the foliage. A creature steps into the clearing. It stands over 20 meters tall, moving with the heavy, unmistakable gait of a brachiosaurus. Back on Earth, the telemetry data is confirmed. The room at mission control falls completely silent, as astronomers stare at the impossible feed on their monitors. Suddenly, the ground rumbles. An apex predator, matching the exact physical profile of a Tyrannosaurus rex, bursts from the undergrowth, locks its massive eyes directly onto the probe's lens, and destroys the camera. The timeline of the fossil record is being rewritten in real time. On Eden 47, the age of reptiles never ended. The first crewed expedition arrives years later, equipped with deep core drills and geological sensors tasked with reconstructing the planet's history from the ground up. The astronauts set up their base camp and immediately begin drilling deep underground. They map the tectonic plates and analyze the sediment layers to see how life here avoided the extinction events of Earth. They quickly find a glaring omission in the rock record. Unlike Earth, Eden 47 has no massive global impact crater. The asteroid that wiped out our dominant species never struck this world. This timeline tracks Earth's biological path, dropping off sharply 66 million years ago, allowing mammals to fill vacant niches. But Eden 47's line continues straight up. Reptiles remained the undisputed masters, never allowing brain-heavy mammals to emerge from their shadow. The crew realizes they aren't looking through a window into Earth's past. They are staring at an alternate history of evolution in real time. On the fifth day, the ambient noise abruptly goes dead quiet. Every bird scatters into the sky in a panic. Pushing through a thick wall of vines, the crew stumbles upon an anomaly that shouldn't exist in a world ruled by giant reptiles. Hidden beneath the overgrowth are perfectly shaped stone walls. The structures feature symmetrical doorways and complex mathematical symbols carved deep into the rock. These ruins present a direct contradiction to the wildlife they've seen. Theropods and sauropods lack the prehensile anatomy and neural pathways required for stone cutting or structural engineering. As the sun sets, a deep, mechanical-sounding roar echoes across the valley. Down in the ruins, bright artificial lights begin flickering on one by one. Finding technology in a world of predators changes the entire scope of the mission. The crew is no longer observing animals. They are being observed by an intelligence they never accounted for. The final transmission sent from the human crew back to Earth lasted exactly 14 seconds, filled with frantic static and panicked shouting. In that brief message, they revealed the terrifying truth. The dinosaurs are not the dominant life form here. They are grazing animals, livestock being carefully managed and harvested by a superior, unseen species. The signal cuts out after uploading a single final frame. Dozens of glowing, predatory eyes opening in pitch-black darkness, staring right at the crew. It's a harsh reminder about the cosmic food chain. We assume our intelligence guarantees us the top spot, but stepping onto a foreign world could easily demote us from confident explorers to vulnerable prey. Of course, Eden 47 is purely a thought experiment, but the underlying astrobiology driving this scenario is heavily rooted in real science. This chart shows the habitable zone, often called the Goldilocks zone. It's the precise distance from a star where liquid water can exist. Astronomers have already confirmed thousands of real exoplanets sitting right inside these bands. But any life we find will be heavily shaped by its planet's specific, often violent history. On Earth, a massive asteroid impact 66 million years ago abruptly ended the reign of the dinosaurs, leaving behind a chaotic layer of fossilized remains and clearing the board for our ancestors. Evolution is driven by random cosmic events. There is no predetermined path that guarantees a planet will ultimately produce human-like intelligence. The next Earth we find might have survived its own cosmic lottery, resulting in an entirely different evolutionary victor. Knowing the totally unpredictable nature of intelligent life, if scientists discovered a real planet where dinosaurs survived, would you volunteer to visit it or stay safely on Earth? Let us know in the comments if you're going or staying, and subscribe to Future Decoded, because the next world we discover may already have its own rulers.